What?
That's the intro now. Welcome everybody! Hello! hello. And welcome to our vlog today.
Jurassic Park.
Yes,
Oh.
that too. What? I mean, that could be. I'm probably doing this from there.
Ooh, like it.
It's either that or in the back rooms of a FNAF. You see how I combined
Are
two
you in the
things right
back
there?
doors? Freddy's knocking on that door going, hey, I'm twitching again.
It's like, yeah, I'll be alright. Just stay away from the customers while that's happening.
Huh? Nom.
Just stay away from the customers while that's happening. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Aye.
Welcome, everyone. I am here.
Fuck.
Let's bring up the camera. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome.
Bring up the camera.
Yeah, there we go. Me and ultra large screen dynamics with my Rocket Raccoon shirt.
Awesome.
Welcome,
They have
everyone.
to.
Hello. I'm gonna give a little while for this to start up. We're gonna sit here and chat and chill with James and Seely, who's joining me in this party at the moment.
We got Tryhard Sealy and
See,
well, I don't need any.
Seely's living through pain right now. Don't mind him.
And yeah, I don't need any more deductions. Anyways, moving on.
But today we're gonna be sitting here chilling. Until we can do the major
I
update
finally
here.
feel yes.
But yeah, we're gonna be sitting and chilling. I'm gonna give everyone a chance to see this vlog firsthand before we make any talk about anything. Because our today's talk is actually, much to my dismay at the moment, it doesn't mean anything bad. It's just, it does mean that there isn't going to be streams. That's all I'll say. We'll go into more detail soon. Probably for a while. But it doesn't mean I'm quitting YouTube. It doesn't mean I'm stopping permanently. It just means something else is more important. It has to
You're
be
going
taken
into it,
first.
Not.
So
You're going into it.
I
You're
have to give
talking
a
about it.
synopsis.
No, you talk about it later. You talk about it later.
But
Fuck the synopsis. You
but
talk
yeah.
about it later.
But yeah, that's what's gonna be happening today. And other than that, I don't know.
You won't get confused now going down the mountain. It's very simple. Do you know how in 2 ways we go to the cave? You
Yeah.
had to go up or down. I
Yeah.
filled in that down area. All full of dirt.
Nice.
I get rid of dirt and I get an area cleaned. Because then that way, when I come to
Makes
clean it, I
sense.
know where I've been.
That makes sense.
Also, yeah, Minecraft.
The Minecraft. The game that doesn't allow redstone. The best between slabs.
It does. I mean, it does.
It doesn't.
I mean, it does if you push it on an angle.
Yeah, but I think doesn't any block do that?
No.
No, well, still useless.
I mean, it's better than, you know.
It's not, because you get this awkward hump that you have to do, and then when you could just make it simple and be like, hey, you see this small little corridor
it could be worse.
inside the wall? This is perfect size.
Do you know what else is useless? Leaves.
No, leaves are useful. They fertilize the ground when they get mulched up or when they rot away. They feed the earth. Leaves are more useful than slabs.
Not in Minecraft, they don't.
But don't leaves carry water?
Nope. You have to fill the leaves with water first.
What do you mean?
Even then, you know, when it goes into leaf, you fill with water. There you go.
But that's it. It can't be used like a bucket, I assume.
No, because it acts like... No, it can't be act like a bucket.
Then you're right. Maybe leaves are pretty useless in that universe.
Most pointless thing is leaves.
Yeah, I'll give you that. In Minecraft land, then yes.
They only have one use.
What's
decoration.
That? I'll give you that.
That's
funny. But welcome everybody.
Okay, then we'll put the blood flush there.
Whoa. Do.
Was I a bit loud?
No, it's fine. Just caught me off guard.
Time is it? Oh, it's 20 to the bird. You hate you. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Try hard, Sealy. How's it going over there? Right, good news. Right, go
Good
away now.
news. Like, good news. Report in. Celia's losing.
Serious losing. That's a good thing.
Dorathian
Alright.
is winning.
He died.
I see it's choking him out right now.
No. Okay, I've got 3 alarms set.
Nice, that's a lot of alarms. What are you doing? Is it for work?
No, because I slept through 1. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm setting 3.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. Is when it's something super important, I'll have it.
Well, this is
This is how
here's
obsessed I am when I don't want to forget something. I'll put it in my phone for like not only an hour ahead of time, but I'll do like 2 hours ahead of time, and then a day ahead of time, and then a week ahead of time.
see because I'm not happy with what nearly happened last time, which is I nearly slept in for work.
Yeah, that's something I would definitely use that for. I would,
Yeah, so
because like I said,
it happened when I golfed early that night, and because I was just super tired, I'm gonna get some sleep. I woke up. I missed my alarm
mm,
because I didn't hear nothing. That was the worst thing. I didn't hear nothing, and I'm so used to getting up because of lack of sleep, but I didn't hear nothing. So I'm like, alarm. My brain didn't think. Ah, my alarm didn't go off. It's fine. It's probably earlier than you think. So yeah, I woke up. 10 minutes I needed to set off for work.
that's one of those moments you grab a piece of toast and you run out the door.
I didn't have time for that. Do you know why? Because I had to
Why?
get there at 8, and luckily I didn't go. Luckily I usually set off at 7, so
Mm,
luckily I still had enough time to set off at that time
that's good.
because it gives me about 30. But it gives me about to me. It gives me about an extra 10 minutes to the gate traffic and whatnot off.
It's like,
So
what
I
did
had
you
to
have
still.
for breakfast? A piece of toast.
No, I had some chewing gum. That's
Oh,
all.
that's that's even more delicious.
Yeah, you just like, oh, I had to. Do you know what made it worse?
mm.
Someone had a fucking really nice curry. I smelled, and I'm
That's the
like,
worst feeling in the world.
I'm
When
like,
you
you
don't have anything
fucking.
yourself and you're like, God, I smell food.
Because immediately when
Yo,
I
Tap
smell food,
King.
I
Sup,
look, I
bro?
go, what, where? And then my brain's like, oh, it's someone else, and I'm
Yeah.
sad. I don't have food.
Yeah, I know. I've been like that
I've
before.
tried to get up for breakfast, but then I realized, no, I just want 5 more minutes, please.
That's what I'm gonna do after the vlog. I'm gonna immediately get some food or find something to warm up. I'm gonna eat and then I'm just gonna chill and prepare for this week.
I'm just digging
Oh,
dirt.
that. The that.
Do you know all that dirt I got
Mm,
rid of?
yeah.
Slowly getting it back.
Mm. Well, it's
No.
not hard to get dirt back in Minecraft.
No, it's not.
Looks to the right.
Hmm.
Even though I just look
Don't,
left.
don't, 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 don't give it to Toby McGuire.
That was dumb. To let y'all know how, like, this is how crazy I am right now. I said look right, right? Looks left.
No, I approve of that. Zeech approves.
Ah, James, eat your brekkie, or you're grounded. Is
Well,
what Tam
shit,
King
I'm
said.
grounded. I know I will not even think. I will kill myself on purpose.
Damn, James like no more breakfast.
He's like, well,
A nice
he
big
did.
bowl of porridge will keep you going.
I
I
don't
mean,
like
that's
porridge. That's the one thing I don't
that
like.
doesn't matter. If you're in a hurry, we'll get the
I
job done.
don't like porridge. It's fucking awful stuff. Whoever made that stuff is awful. But I approve of him making it though. But no, I'm not eating it.
See, I like that because now you have to, because that's the Zichi way, right? So, oh man, all balance, James, all balance,
Mm.
which means including porridge.
Yeah, but porridge get alright, I'll make it, I throw it at someone. That's balanced.
That's
I've
not
gotten
balance.
it,
You
now
have to
they've
eat
eaten
it.
it.
No,
They've
no,
eaten it
no,
for me.
no. You have to eat it. You have to obey your own rules.
Nah, fuck them.
It's like having grits here, though, I imagine. I haven't really ate much porridge, but it's probably the same as eating grits
I
here.
don't like porridge. Never will, never
And
will,
I'll
never
admit I
have.
don't really like grits. I used to, but I'm like, it's one of those types of food. If you eat too much of it, even if you like it or used to like it, you won't forever. If you do it too much. Some people can. That's so. Oh, hold on, real quick, blue screen, guys. Check that. Yo, what's up, bro? If you're watching the stream, Kevin, sup? Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, bro. As soon as it actually shows me what it says. Dude, what's up? Nice. What's up, bro? Doing good. Just getting ready. Waiting for everyone to join up. You don't like porridge. That be fighting talk, James. That's what Dan King said.
Oh, fuck off, you cunts. I don't like
Oh.
porridge and it could die. I'll set a fire to it right in your
Well,
face.
that's
You
like
do
when I
that.
say I don't like grits. Most Americans like grits. I don't.
I don't like porridge. I don't.
See? See?
Silly. He's allowed to not like things. I don't like porridge either, so you can fucking fight me.
Yeah, but you like grits, it sounds like. Why? Hold on, real quick, blue screen. Let me see what Kevin said. He's like. Invite me to chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me do that. I forgot. Yeah, my bad, bro. It's taking a minute. There we go. It's lagging because I'm streaming. Add players. There we go. Let me know if you didn't get
Horrible
it.
thing. I've experienced it, and
Get
I
what?
wanted
Wait.
to throw it at the person that made
Yeah,
it.
he's like me. He's probably eaten porridge. I've eaten grits, but like I said, I used to somewhat eat them, but I don't like them.
Nope,
we need more wood, my lord. But my plan is to go to an abandoned Disney park with Tam King, you, Kevin, James, and Seeley, and we're gonna look for abandoned animatronics. That is the plan.
I call I call Golden Freddy. I call Golden Freddy.
Because I'm gonna rebuild them.
That and ooh. If you're not using any of the electronics, I'm sticking more heads to it. I'm gonna make this thing as
You
much
can do whatever
killable
you
as
want
it.
with yours.
Yeah, and
I
I'm gonna make imagine my electronic consolizer just instantly goes. Yeah, I see the power
I
of the.
keep the fox. Since there is,
Uh,
and I'll make a lion one because there is no lion animatronic. Well, actually, no. Wait. Disney
there
owns
is.
Lion King. I can just get me
Yeah.
a Simba animatronic and modify it.
Well, actually, hold on.
Mufasa lost. Mufasa could not realize he had a rat living in his nest. Nah, Simba.
Just.
Because in real Lion Den, if that had been if Scar had tried that on a real life Mufasa, he'd had his throat tore out. So Simba for life.
Akimba. No, Akimba's the name of a gun series.
Let's see.
Can't read that.
Did y'all hear that Kojima was spotted at the latest Xbox event? Yes, I did. Although
Yeah, they did a live stream about it.
from what I've heard, because Norman has a bad time of he gets excited too easily, right? Norman Reedus.
Oh,
He's
I
such a
was hoping you'd say
badass
Norman
dude.
Osborn.
No, that's the Green Goblin. No, Norman Reedus, the most
Norman
awesome
Yeatus.
person on this planet that I've ever seen. I say that he can. He's too happy. He gets excited, but he talked about it. It's most likely Death Stranding too. It's it's like I said. Well, they probably joked around about it, but I assume Kojima knew about this about Norman, and is completely fine with it. Kojima likes hints, anyways. He likes letting secrets out that people have to figure out. It's just his thing. He probably told them to do it. Oh man, I haven't watched the event yet, but it must be announcing something. Like I said, I assume unless he's in another game, because Norman and him are friends now. So unless it's another game, but I assume it's Death Stranding too.
The
Since
live
the hint
stream, I know they did a live stream about it. It's up on their channel.
isn't Death Stranding. It isn't Death Stranding PlayStation and PC only. The first one used to be, but I can get it on PC now. And by the way, it's funny you should mention this, and Celia and me were talking about this earlier. I hope you know, Tam King, Sony's now selling their IPs to PC and Xbox. They're going multi-platform. It happened with they're doing it with Spider-Man. They're doing it with multiple franchises. So they did it with Horizon Zero Dawn. They're doing it with God of War Ragnarok too, except for Xbox. That won't be on Xbox, but that will be on PC. So there is, yeah, yeah, but yeah, but as far as like Kojima Productions and how big that franchise can be, and Death Stranding and what it is, and Kojima himself, I know how he probably is, and how Sony must have to deal with him. Because it's like, you don't want to lose that. Trust me. You do not want to lose someone like him and his team. You don't. So, what's happening is now all these IPs are being shared in certain places. Because they can make more money that way. Sony has realized, why should I make less money just because it's on this console that's not ours? So, they're starting to actually branch out finally. Took them long enough.
How was it taking them?
That's the only game Sony put in Xbox so far was MLB. Yeah, but Spider-Man's coming to Xbox as well, and it's coming to PC, and that's a Sony IP as well. You know, well from what I heard, it might be Xbox as well, because they're starting to open up even more because they're realizing why. And I think it's also an issue with not enough PS5s. Because they can't make money off of next gen like Xbox is. So, kind of forced,
I was
almost.
false that.
We're not gonna do nobody's at all, James. Not at all. Not totally their own. Anyways,
The four shit.
but they're starting to give everything to everything now. But but yeah, Death Stranding will be on Xbox. That I definitely can guarantee you. Just because Kojima's gonna want all platforms anyways. He's one of those types. He doesn't believe in one thing for only one thing. Not anymore. Not after Konami. so so I can't wait. But I assume it's that. Unless, like I said, it also could be just another game. But Norman was very specific. His hint was strong enough to tell you, but also be vague enough to not violate, what it is. You know what I mean? which is probably what he was told to say anyway, and have a bit of fun with it since he absolutely loves Kojima, apparently. Like, they are like I said, from what I know now, they're like friends in real life now.
They're a bit close.
So it's
Not
like, and that's cool.
suspicious.
I think that's cool because that Norman is amazing, and I do think he suits that character style that Kojima uses. So he'd be pretty good in all of his games. It's really what my opinion. So even if it's not Death Stranding and it's something actually on Xbox, I'll watch. I'll do that too. He's the only developer I'll go anywhere for. Like literally anywhere as far as consoles and platforms are concerned. I will also, by the way, go back and finish Death Stranding at some point. I definitely won't be able to do it now with what we're going to be talking about today, along with much of anything. But we'll get to that here soon. It's also why, like I said, I didn't want to start the stream with the conversation yet because I want to let everyone have a chance to join up in the chat on YouTube, so y'all can at least get a chance to see this firsthand and not watch it after it's already posted. So
Yes, I've so.
But what were you
the
going to
pass.
say, Kevin? Hold on one second. Which game? Oh, they are? I mean, I already technically have it, so I'll just re-download it. But yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. That's true. And that'll be also a part of our topic today as well, just a bit, because since that's going to be changing, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to do that right now. So, a lot of things are going to be down for a while. I'd have to go look at it right now, and I don't know if
I also
the
removed
streamer
mine.
lets me do that. Some things on PSN cuts the
No,
stream
no,
off
Bardos, I
automatically.
wouldn't because it's cost us private information. It will just shut down your stream.
Well, that might be true, but it would just be a blue screen. They can't see my XMB anyways.
Well, yeah, no. PlayStation does think that blue screen doesn't exist, so they shut it down
That's
anyways.
true. I'll give you that too. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to take the risk, but
So I like how PlayStation the play uses that makes no sense. They're like, yeah, so YouTube will make it private thing as a blue screen. Even the XMB, which sells your games, don't get why. No one cares. But anyways, why?
don't know.
And
That's the
yeah,
same reasoning why
but this
Redstone
magical.
doesn't pass between slabs.
Yeah, but that's Minecraft. This is PlayStation.
I mean, the
Yeah, and
same
for some
logic
reason,
created both issues.
for this magical blue screen, to then that people can't see anyways, PlayStation will shut down your stream, even though they can't see it
I'll give you that
anyways.
too. I'll give you that. That's probably accurate as well, Tam King, but I don't think that's the only reason. I think literally Sony just can't make enough money right now. I think that they're in kind of a bad place at the moment. They won't admit it, and that's fine. I get why from a business perspective, but I do think they're in a bit of a pickle at the moment, and they're doing this PC thing because once again, I could, if I could actually show y'all my XMB, there's still very few people on my friends list except for you, Tam King, Sealy, and a few others that have a PS5. And so, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's a great console. It's just, having them. it's like and it's like that in its own, when you look at a distribution issue that big, that's got to be That's got to be a lot of lost money because that's a lot of units that aren't getting sold efficiently and fast enough, and you're making less money on your services for your online services for the new console because not enough people can get on it because they don't have the console.
Not enough people. Not enough
So
people.
I feel like that's also a part of it. I do agree with you though, Tam King. I think that's also it's like a 50-50. It's a strong arm move on top of them trying not to lose too much money from what's been going on. Cuz I'll say
Ah,
it again just to be fair, the Xbox Series S, the one with no disc drive, on average there is 8 of them in my Walmart every week. Yep, on average. The Xbox doesn't have this issue anymore. They're easy to get a hold of now. That's why a lot of people are next gen Xbox right now instead of the other one. And on top of that, Game Pass. If you get Game Pass, you get access to even brand new Xbox S games. So that in its right in its own is also a fear, and is also the part that Tam King mentioned, is to keep Xbox from pushing too hard. Because right now with Sony in this position, this could be very bad. And it's like, and I'll say it again, this is kind of ironic, isn't it? Because Xbox was in this position a few years ago, wasn't they? Oh no, it does. Yeah. Well, it's also choices companies make. Never changes. It's like so. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Okay, Tam King said something good. I hope that's true. I really hope that happens, Tam King. They need to. They need to do that. Tam King said PS5 production has been ramped up this year. Should be lots of them by the end of the year. Thank goodness. I hope so, because I, if I ever, I mean, now my situation has changed, which we'll talk about, but if I ever get the money and they actually exist to me to get, cause like, easily without going through some crazy rigmarole that I had to learn, I I'm gonna get one. It's not like I don't wanna. It's not like I'm not a Sony fanboy already. I've had every PlayStation.
well,
So,
not everyone. You still have the snow one.
well, I'm already.
Point taken.
It's like, but no, but I've been here since PS1.
And I've been here since first.
As y'all saw with my flashback stream yesterday on a PS2 game, I've been here since for a very long time, and I've had this, well, maybe not Ardnot directly, there was an older account back in the day, but since the
But
end of my
smart.
PS2's era, the beginning of the PS3, Ardnot has existed.
Mm,
And then there was another version of him before that was called Jiraiya on PSN. Um, Back on PS1 and PS2. What'd you say? Yep. I could never get it back. I couldn't figure out how to recover it. I think PSN literally deleted it, but it gave me the opportunity to start over and made me realize, nah, I know what the name should be now. And that's where Ardnot came from.
yep. James
I
Arnold
see.
Classics.
No. No, I was Ardnot by the time that happened. No, I've been Ard. I Ardnot survived that.
It,
Oh no. Oh, that was the worst time of my gaming life. It was a year. No, it was a year. I remember very well. It's like that's one of those things. Like, no, I love Sony to death. They're still my favorite over Microsoft to a certain extent in some ways. Not every way, but in some ways. but I will never forget, Sony. We will never forget. Oh man. But let me read. Let me finish. He said Xbox even has a PC Game Pass. Sony needs to get in there. No, I know. Yes, I agree. I have that Xbox PC Game Pass. That's how we got to play half the games on our channel without me having to break my wallet in my existence. Game Pass is. Yeah, because Game Pass has saved us as far as content is concerned. I love Game Pass. Oh man. Let's see. Between that and the scalpers, it may get it. Yeah, no, the true, exactly. To keep pumping out. Yeah, and I know, like, and Sony locked out until the deal was complete. No, I agree, and all kinds of things happened. But Sony had other ways they could have gone. There's if you do enough research, there's no such thing as one road. They had other ways, but man, sometimes management in certain places don't think that way. So it is what it is. What it is. Huh?
I'm perceiving this weird because I keep hearing about management being awful in general.
Maybe that's a sign you need to be a manager, James.
We're not.
You're
that's
like,
one of my aspiring roles.
You're like, I don't know if they want me in charge.
Do they want me in charge?
No, like I do, because that'd be the most entertaining place to work at ever. Slightly dangerous, but very entertaining.
I would run Fazbear's Pizzeria with excellence. It's like so. It's like here's this guy in charge. I wonder why they never mentioned the manager's name.
But yeah, I agree with all of that, Tam King. Like all of this stuff that's happened, it's like, but at the end of the day, it still does fall to Sony to deal with these things that come up. So, and like I said, that doesn't make me support them less. I still will be a Sony fanboy probably until I'm dead. So that being said, like, this is just me being honest, but like I said, I'm still gonna get a PS5 when they exist again, and now that the ramped up production is starting to happen, at least I might have a chance to get one next year. Probably won't be this year, depending on what we're gonna talk about here in a few minutes.
I like
so. No, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good. You don't have to worry about that. No, but yeah.
No, but you have to tell me, though.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, he does.
It's okay. It's fine.
I must know everything.
You already do. You just don't realize it.
No, I don't know everything.
Exactly, and cute.
No, they can bring it on.
Although James might enjoy that, so.
It's like, a bunch of dickheads.
James loves danger. He's like, the more danger, the better. He's like an Eternal.
I'm like an assassin.
You're Star Fox. Oh God.
Yeah.
Star Fox has you need to look up what he's like in the comic books, and then picture what he's gonna be like in these movies. Now, did you send him?
He was at the end.
Yeah, he's the Eternal that came to talk to the ones who already know about the Arishna's plan, or whatever his name, or wherever his name is.
He went to talk to Athena, didn't he?
He went to talk to Athena, and I think Druid is in the ship, and Fastos, and the super speedy one, I think. Or was the super speedy one up there?
Yeah, no. You talking about that little bitch?
No, not the little one. The one that runs like the Flash.
The other one.
The one that's as fast, well, faster than the Flash, probably, considering lore. But it's her, Druid, and Fastos that Star Fox, and Athena, that Star Fox greets. With his little dwarf man.
Yeah. I almost misheard you I thought you said Fatos.
No, Fastos. The one that makes all...
That's what I said. That's what I know. But I thought I misheard you at first, and I'm like, no, it's not that.
The god of technology. It's
That's
like,
what I was
no,
hoping.
although he does have a nice planet. But anyways,
He sucks
he's the
dick, so he's
technology
okay.
builder. He's the technology builder, so he's one of my favorite Eternals in that movie. He's the only one that ends up actually learning a real lesson. It's like at least until the end of the movie. Let's see. Thing is, these are AMD chips. Only they make them, so Sony couldn't go anywhere else. Yeah, but they could have paid enough to get AMD to open the door back up. Sony isn't a small company. They just couldn't do it or just didn't decide to. At the end of the day, it really is
I
just a
couldn't be
management
asked
thing.
to.
Or couldn't be asked to. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's a management thing. There's there's no such thing as completely locked down. If you, especially in the business world, I hate to say the way it works, you speak enough dollar bills, doesn't matter.
You're speaking my language. You will get
So,
the
and
dollar
that's,
bill.
but I mean, that's not a subject we're worried about right now. But they just didn't want to
Yes,
do that. But to be
yes,
fair, and
yes.
maybe in the end that'll work out for them. We'll see what Microsoft does in the future. But I do feel like Microsoft has learned quite a lot from their last screw up. Like, oh man. The only thing I wish they would do is allow you to stream on YouTube on Xbox. I don't know why that's not a thing. I don't know what deal came through that YouTube just is exclusive when it comes to consoles on PlayStation. Don't know where that happened. It's kind of weird that YouTube also does that because YouTube is based where I'm at. So why not Microsoft?
Hey, no. I think if Xbox does really well, keeps it up, I think they
I mean, I
might.
feel like it's gonna it's a natural progression that will probably be added, but it's just weird that it doesn't do it now. It's why you don't see me stream much on Xbox or anything on Xbox because I can only stream it on my Twitch account, which is why we have one. It's literally all it's for. It's for Xbox.
Oh, I have a Twitch myself,
Microsoft
so.
hates Google. That's why. Yeah, but
Oh.
there also comes a certain point that hate Google is not an excuse. Whether you agree or they're your rival, you are only hurting yourself as a company by letting that kind of, I don't know, I use this word very lightly, business prejudice. And that's for either side, whether it be for Google to Microsoft or Microsoft to Google. That's just two CEOs having a measuring contest. I'll put it in a nice way.
Ah, the pants are down.
It's
Oh dear.
like, and that's literally the nicest way to put that, because that is what that is. Because that's hurting your company as a whole because your pride is hurt.
That. That's the other secret word we're not gonna say.
So, I mean, I know that too, but even then, there comes a certain point where it's do or die. Where sometimes helping your rival makes you stronger than hurting them. That, like I said, that's a very old-fashioned mentality to look at something as they're my rival, so they're the enemy.
Now you're
You're not gonna
thinking
get.
like Zeech now,
Yeah,
Arnold.
no, Zeech doesn't see it that way. An enemy is equally friendly and not friendly to him as an ally.
Or a stranger.
That's true, or stranger. That's true, actual encompassness, like encompassing everything. That's true, technically, equality too when it comes to things like that. At least when it comes to business, but it's just it really does. At the end of the day, it comes down to like it's a mentality thing. It's the CEOs in charge just can't get past. They grew up on must stab back, must stab back, must stab back, must stab back.
Mustard back.
And
That's nice.
it's like they're living on the old fashioned Loki. Like they're living on Loki from the old days instead of realizing new Loki, who is smarter and realizes why do that when you can use this to your advantage just as anybody else can.
Loki learned from the best.
It's like I don't know. It's at the end of the day. Once again, it is what it is for right now. It's not really here or there, but still. But I am still glad to hear that we'll finally get some PS5s. Hopefully, at the end of this year, even if I'm not able to get one right now. Because I'm going to get one
11
when I
o'clock and
can.
I'm already falling asleep.
But overall, it doesn't really matter. It's not really one of those things that at the moment is the top of the line of importance of things going on anyways. So there's much
So it
worse things
is.
happening in the world.
Nah, everyone's
So
dying. There's
Sony hate
wars.
Google too. So much that they teamed up with Xbox to keep Google out of the gaming market. No, I agree. Although, how much are they actually keeping them out of the gaming market? I mean, maybe the console gaming market. But that, I don't know if that was Sony and Microsoft that really did that. I think that was that bad, awful system that Google tried to release. Yeah. Because I'm like, we could say at the end of the day, oh, Microsoft and Sony unified is why Google isn't in console gaming. No, it's just because Google doesn't have real professionals when it comes to console design. Well, that's what all
Yeah,
of them are doing now, essentially. But Google didn't put the effort in because they just didn't care.
yeah, it was. Also Stadia make consoles as well. I know they
Well,
make
Stadia,
controllers
no,
for
that
them.
is the console. That's the console's name is called the Stadia.
I meant
But
to say controllers. You fucking dick.
well, yeah, of course, but it tanked. Like it even had YouTube support to a certain extent. The irony in that is that so many YouTubers, no offense whether they say they were or not, were paid to kind of promote Stadia. He did. It is. Well, that's because here's the thing. It only works for someone whose internet is like mine. So unless you have the max level speed of internet, so it's basically an elitist console. None of
Okay.
none of you would. Not even you would, Seely. Unless you have perfect internet, the Stadia does not work right at all. It's only for those who have that up-ranked, like, special equipment, thousands of dollars spent on their rigs to promote these types of things. And then they advertise it as if it's a normal thing, and it's not. It really isn't. Stadia was a complete failure. So Sony and Microsoft partnered up and done deals around cloud servers and services. Yeah, they did that too. That helped. Like I said, they contributed, but Google stabbed their own foot. Google,
I
it's
think.
just like with most people. Usually, your own worst enemy ends up being yourself.
That explains each.
I mean, even in that case, that's literally the truth, James. He follows his own rules, so the only one who's really a danger to him is his own self. Same thing with
No.
Loki. Look at all the different Lokis.
No, the other danger to him is the Matrix, so we must keep him away from this.
Or yeah, no, Matrix is a good example as well. Now the new movie's out, I still haven't got to see it. I'm so sad. Or it's at, yeah, I
No
know. I didn't
spoilers.
get to
No
see
spoilers.
it. Yeah, don't spoil it, but he knows that already. But I'm gonna see it when I get the chance. But that being said, from the original Matrix, I mean the different versions of Neo. So it's like
Neo,
it's the
you're our
same
only
thing.
hope.
You're there. He's his own enemy and ally, according to the way the Matrix is designed. Let's see. This is so Sony could use Microsoft Cloud servers and avoid using. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. See, that's smart, and that probably contributed to it as well. That's smart. That's smart thinking. I do see a interesting future where I do think at some point Sony and Microsoft are going to fully have games on both consoles. The only certain ones make it at the moment, except for PC, which is the middle ground now for both. Um, but I do think at some point we're like, can you imagine one day Halo for PlayStation? That'd be
That would be
so
nice.
weird.
It would be weird. It'd be
As someone
nice.
who grew up on them being separate more so than they are now today, that'd be such an awkward thing to play. No, it wouldn't fail. It would not fail.
Anyways, I'm gonna go because I need work and I'm tired.
Alright, James. Thanks for hanging out, bro. You already know what's happening anyways, so you don't need to hear the
Yes.
update.
Yeah, I'll let everyone else figure it out, and what you done.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you
Oh,
tomorrow.
before you go, though, James, to let everyone know now so I don't forget to say this later.
I'm tired.
When this all goes down and everything starts changing, if you need any information and I'm not able to get on Discord, because like I said, I don't know what's going to be changing and what's going to take me a minute to get back up and running, James will be my way of trying to communicate with you guys here and there.
Yeah.
When I'm able, especially because my first thing to get up and running when I get this going is a decent internet to get back on PSN. Then I'll hit up James, let him know, and all that. That's true, yeah, that's true, and Kevin can help me do it as well. I can do that, but yeah, I'll have and I'll have Kevin help
Yeah.
me with it as well, and he can post things in the comments below the videos and in Discord or whatever I need done.
Yeah. So you have like it's weird because then you've done what a Xenomorph has. You have a hive mind now of people working with you.
Yeah, exactly. we're all xenomorphs now.
Uh,
I like this. No. He's like, no. All right, fine. I'll take it a step further. We're all the white hybrids, the one that's predator, human, and xeno all in one, and they're sentient.
I choose to be a hybrid. I choose to be a hybrid. I
So
don't
we're all of
because
them.
except for me, I'm disclosing because
No,
I
you're in
chose to
this
be
too,
one.
James. You're in this
Yeah,
too.
it's weird because now, don't forget, I'm gonna say this out. All you need to know is Zeech will always help you. And fuck you.
Or I was gonna say, or screw
Yep. But you all have a good night, and yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow.
See you, James. Have a good
I'll
night,
try not
bro.
to see you. Bye. Yeah, see you, Kevin. See you, Adult. Bye, everyone. I'm
Bye.
bye.
Let's see. Um, Tim King said it's definitely going to happen eventually. You will be able to play Halo one day on the PS Cloud server tech. I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it. I do not doubt it whatsoever. It seems like a natural progression at this point between the two. So, but all right, I guess we should begin the talk. We should you know all that it comes a time in a young YouTube's oh man. Oh. Oh man. But alright, no, seriously though. Alright. I really don't know how to really dive into this, so we're just gonna go. So my situation, as far as what I'm doing individually and my living situation that I am in, is probably going to be changing very soon. So this means everything that I have now is going to have to change as far as like resources I'm going to have available and what I'm going to be able to put up when and where. Also internet. So this means that most likely we'll start with the to make it the short and sweet part first. I am not going to be able to stream. So it means sadly for the next I'm hoping this is wrong, and I'm going to let you know before I say this to all of you. I'm going to do everything in my power to make it shorter than this, as minuscule as possible, and just make it as short a time as I can, as humanly possible within my situation. But I am realistically looking at a year of no streams. A year. And I hate to say that because we all know what a year does to YouTube channels. But is especially no activity. I don't even know if they'll keep it. This is the one thing I'm gonna also have to figure out how to do. I need to log into it because I think if I don't also log into it for a year, it may get deleted. So I am going. That's my first goal, is to be able to once again, like I said, get PSN back. So I'm get on that, get my phone. Well, get phone up and running first, then the PSN. Then that'll give me the ability to log back into my account. This will show that it's active, but I'm just not streaming. At least until I can. So, let me, I already read that part. Wait, you can play Halo right now on Samsung TV. I did not know that. I have a Samsung TV, just not the smart one or the new one that can do that. That's, so you got a GE? I was gonna say Samsung made TVs before fridges, but anyways, but yeah, is so this realistically means that it might be at most a year. I will not let it go no further than that. But best case scenario, I'm gonna try to do it and get back going in the next 2 months, depending on what goes where. 3 to 4 months at a more realistic sooner timeline. But I'm going to try my best to speed it up as fast as I can. But this is something I have to do because I've kind of gotten that point, just me as an individual, plus someone else also involved in this needs their independence as well. So I've made the decision and decided this is something I have to do if I'm going to be the YouTuber I want to be for you guys and the person I want to be in IRL for the things I want to achieve. Because as of right now, it's other than streaming and how successful we've been together as a community, our little community, nothing else has really been working at all. So YouTube is literally the only thing that seems to be progressing for me right now, which means that's why the give and take situation, because it takes so much of what I have to do it at the moment. I'm gonna have to temporarily put it on hold until I can get the other part fixed. Which is why I said realistically, longest time is a year. Shortest time, 4 months to 2. I won't say 1 month. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. It's not really a house, but yes, I am going to be moving. Yes. I'm going to be first to a temporary place, and then I'm going to be trying to move back to my hometown at some point. My ultimate goal is to go to Lawrenceville, Georgia, where I grew up. That is my ultimate goal as far as living scenario is concerned. But at the moment, it'll be something temporarily just to get me out there and get me going. Get me on my own so I can start learning to be more independent, to be the person I want to be. So, and like I said, without it, I'm just gonna keep circling the same train, the same wagon, as they used to say in the old days. And so it'll just keep going in that loop I keep getting that I'm stuck in, where ever since an incident that I did having to do with one of our characters on the channel that I've based it on, nothing has ever been right since then. Oh man, let's just say the Blood Queen's wrath is very, very, very aggressive. And so is yeah, it's referring to the person that if they decided they wanted to take me out of this world, I probably would let her. No, not that one. I'm talking about no, the one that got left behind and that I'm pretty sure would have "I want to kill you" thoughts. So yeah, yeah. No, no. Well, I mean, that wouldn't take much for anybody to be fair to that, but either way, because I mean, what am I gonna do? But that being said, no, the other one, the one that's why I said what I said. If I would be almost to that point that because of how bad things turned out and the mistakes I made, I'd be willing to learn to do it. And it's like, I know that's a dark thing to say, but to be fair, it's truth. Like, I kind of deserve it. No, that's what I'm hoping. That's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is that I am not even an inkling in there anymore. And I hope so. Because I quite know how bad it was. So it's one of those, like, that's why I say I based a certain character on the channel off of them, because it's kind of my representation of that's probably what it would be like if we ran into one another again. It wouldn't be pretty, at least not for me. I wouldn't fight back. I would not do anything at all to say anything. Nope. I'd just be like, yep, nope, she's right. That is exactly what would happen. So, yeah. But that being said, like, I'm just trying to get myself where I can stop taking things for granted, and stop taking myself for granted, because that was part of it, because it's a self-confidence issue also with fear that I had and other things that got put in my head at that time didn't help. And it caused me to make a mistake, a very bad one. And then after that, more mistakes, where that I moved away from my home. I found out that the game design program that I've always adored and tried to be a 3D modeler actually has a top 10 program in that state that I never knew existed, and it was there before I left. So, I don't think that, well, I don't know. They might have become top 10 because they had several students who work in Marvel. Y'all heard that correctly. Not my hometown, but my home state, simulation game design program is responsible for some of the special effects artists for Avengers, Loki, you heard that one specifically, and several others, and League of Legends. So, but you see what I mean, Saley? Fate's like, get ready to get punched in the nuts. And it's like, bam! That's cool. A new adventure begins. It does. Yeah, I'll agree there. I am excited. Am I scared? Yes. I would be stupid not to say that that I'm not. But I'm also, the irony is, yeah, I'm scared, but at the same time, for the first time ever, I think ever, literally, and this is because you guys on YouTube, and my friends like Kevin, James, Seeley here, everyone, you too, Tam King, y'all have all helped me finally get something that I lost years upon years ago in my childhood, that I have finally brought back in me. So, and like I said, even with that fear there, for the first time in those many years, I don't care about the fear. I want it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to change what that is, like he used to. He is in me, like I used to. So, it's time. But I didn't want to also do this and just disappear and be everybody like, what happened to Arna? He's dead! No, I just disappeared like Loki. No, I went invisible. Next thing you know, like in Smite, I'm gonna be stabbing I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that and to give y'all a huge heads up that this is a serious thing. Like, I literally am not going to be able to do anything for a minute. I'm going to start it this week. Unless things change, I will make this week the last week for now. Just so I can make sure I focus wholeheartedly on this goal that I'm going for. Because I can't be distracted right now. So, it's the only way I'm going to be successful because sometimes I have a bad habit of scattering myself too much. Y'all know this watching me play games sometimes. And see, I don't take any credit, Arnott. It was in you all along, and you only could find it, and only you could find it again. Oh, thank you, Tam King. Yeah, I mean, I know that too. I am aware of that. I do believe that. Y'all helped bring it back out and me realize I don't consider myself enough at all. Like, none. Like, absolutely none. Like, to the point I'll even talk crud about myself sometimes in certain scenarios, which kills my self-confidence when trying to approach people or meet someone, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, bad habits. So, that I've developed. Huh? Wow. Okay, so that will be one of the few that ends up from Sony to Xbox on actual console. That's different. That's curious, though. That's a heavily Japanese game. I don't know. Maybe that's just their way of advertising. Maybe that's their way of advertising. Sony now kind of moves themselves around. Because it's kind of strange that it's actually only for that and not the PS4 and PS5. So there's definitely some stuff. Yeah, it was. It was. And that is, well, so once again, it could be their way of, they're showing Microsoft. It's kind of like a war, right? Or an agreement, an alliance between two kingdoms. That's them giving their handout saying, we are a part of this alliance. You can trust us. That's true, too. Yeah, but Sega in its own this is nothing against Sega. Sega in its own right, though. I'm like, well, yeah, but they're moving everything everywhere. Sega doesn't have. Sega's weird. This is something I've always noticed about Sega since my childhood, ever since they lost the ability to be a console. Sega's kind of like this weird neutral unit that just goes anywhere. It's like I know, in Metal Gear Solid terms, it's a PMC unit. It seems to go wherever it's needed or wanted at that moment the most. So, let's see. But yeah, no, I agree. But that that is cool to hear, though. But that's another thing, like what we mentioned with the Xbox Sony thing going on. So let's see. I'm all for Sony and Xbox teaming up if it gets me Championship Manager and Flight Sim. That's a good point too. See, I have Championship Manager on Game Pass as well. Because y'all know me, I love manager tycoon games now. I've really gotten into them more in the last couple years. Um, I want F1 22. So bad. F122 manager, that's gonna be good. Not sure what console to get it on yet, though. Because I can get it on any of them at this point. It's on PC, I think it's on Xbox, I know it's on Sony. I'm not sure which one to get it for. I feel like that's one that I might get on PlayStation, though. just because racing games are easier for me to do when I'm actually doing the racing part of the manager thing, because you can do both. You can either be a manager who also races somehow, and or you can be just the manager or just the driver, one of the drivers. But it's pretty cool. That makes sense. Welcome, Farseer. Welcome, welcome. You just missed the main discussion of what this stream is about. Just to give you a heads up, Farseer. I mean, you can also get information from James when necessary too, and my friend Kevin here. And of course the seal, who is hiding in the shadows. But is I'm not gonna. Maybe this week I might be. I might be streaming this week at least, but I'm not gonna be streaming for about a couple of months or a year soon. And that's because I've got to get some stuff straightened out and change some stuff in my IRL for me and to get so I can start being who I want to be. But I wanted to just to let you know that, Farseer, since you didn't get to hear that part. And let Darius know as well, and Warlock and everyone else. I'll keep trying to update as much as I can wherever I can. So, but if you ever need anything to know what's going on, James will probably have most of the information, or like I said, Kevin. So, because my first thing I will be getting up and running after the change will hopefully be not only my phone for Discord and YouTube, so I can make sure it's active, but also then my PSN, so I can start getting back to trying to stream at least something. So, but you're fine that you missed it. It's completely cool, Farseer. But let's see. Tam King said I'd wait and see it. See if it is on. See it will probably be on Game Pass. If you're meaning F122 Manager, yeah. But even if it's on Game Pass, that's one of those things. Unless I set my controller up to do it on my PC, which takes a little longer. I'd rather play that one on a console. So probably PlayStation, since I'm easier to customize my controls on PlayStation. But we'll see when it gets here. I might change my mind. Also depends on the situation, too. The one good thankfulness out of this is I have a PC. So when I do get decent stuff back, I can start fixing everything pretty quickly. But that other than that, yeah. I can't wait to see all these different kinds of things going to both sides from either Sony or Microsoft. It's gonna be good. Oh, and speaking of this special week that was gonna be, still might be if I can, but if can't, then just won't be able. It can't be helped. But just remember, if this does happen and this week goes off normally, and this happens to be the last week, I'm gonna make this week as cool as I can, as possible as I can, and it's gonna be Bug Week. Nothing but bugs. And to give a hint, if it works out, because once again things have changed, situations changed, so I might not be able to get this anymore. But I'll give you a hint to Bug Week's main guest. There's only one. No, but I've thought about it because I do have one of them. But I might add that in since I don't have as another one of them on our. No, I'll add that in on Freaky Fridays. There's a newer one, but I'm not going to buy that. I'm saving the money for the actual guest star. Let's just say there's only one good type of bug, and it's a dead one. What's up? Yeah, it's Earth Defense Force 5 or 4, whichever. Well, there's also Steel Curtain or whatever. There's a bunch of them that came out over the last. There's also that weird Minecraft one. There's a Minecraft one. Bugweek, are you playing Battlefield? That's buggy. How you playing Battlefield? That's buggy as hell. No, not those types of bugs. Although I could see your confusion. No, like I said, the big hint: there's only one good type of bug, and that's the dead kind. But because there's a certain thing happening this week, but that, like I said, that sadly may or may not get to happen. But hopefully, what's up? The PS Now, I think. I don't think the 4 is, and I don't think Steel Curtain is, or whatever that Steel Division or whatever one. To save our Mother Earth from alien attack. Good one, Farseer. Would you like to know more? Strange bug flies away. Yeah, there's Tam King. I didn't see Tam King's there either. You want to live forever? Come on, you apes. You want to live forever? Oh man, from vicious giant insects that once again come back. Yep, exactly. But that's also why Alien versus Predator Extinction, our PS2 throwback, that Alien strategy game, that was supposed to be Monday technically, tomorrow. But because everything's going to be up in the air, I wanted to at least show y'all that. Because I didn't want to leave it and that never got shown. Because that game is part of the reason why I love RTSs along with StarCraft, the original one. My brain. Warhammer. My brain hurts. Supreme Commander. Command and Conquer. All those oldies. Those are the ones who got me into RTSs as it is. And then I remember that. That's a throwback. Oh, I forgot about that game. I forgot they even had a Jet Li game like that. But now that you mention, I'm like, yeah, I remember. I beat it. I did. I think that is what it was. I think that is exactly what it was. Let's see, let's see. I lost Tam King in XCOM 2 War of Chosen. I can't wait for Humankind on PlayStation. I'm going to lose months on that game. Yeah, I'm going to try to pick it since you're probably going to get it, and I'm pretty sure James will end up with it. And Seeley said he might get it. Humankind, the strategy game that's like Civ, but way better. No offense to Civ. It's like, I love Civ, but that game, the way you build your cultures, your religion, everything, so bloody detailed. It's so good. But it plays like Civ. That's fine. But yeah, it's coming to console. Or PlayStation. XCOM is tough, Farseer. War of the Chosen is meant to be even harder than the base game. It is, because it expects that you know the cruelty that is XCOM by the time you play that DLC. It's like, alright, you experienced our Dark Souls level. Now experience it on hyperbolic time chamber scales. Yep, XCOM's one of the most famous turn-based strategies that is like Dark Souls level of cruel. The RNG in that game is savage. Like, you could have an 80% chance to hit a target and miss every shot. And then the enemy gets 80% and hits you with every shot. It's like that game is cruel. Yes, say Farseer said he got crit by an advent. Tam King never missed a shot. That's good. That means you built him well. It's hard to get your characters to do that. You built him well. I imagine in War of the Chosen you would be missing 99% hit chances, lol. It can be. He built for accuracy. Yeah, so because there is ways around it. You can eventually mitigate the issue, but the work you have to put in to get that character to do that. So he's a guaranteed hit. Like, I am the alien breaker, is what that is. That's your characters who can have accuracy in that game are your Xeno breakers. They're the people who you send when you know you need to get the job done. It's like Hicks and his squad in the comic books. I do wish that Hicks had gotten to live in the movies. Or Hudson? Is it Hudson or Hicks? Which one's the one that survived with Ripley, and which one's the one that was a smart ass? It was like, they cut the power, man. It's game over, man. Him die. Let's see. He built for accuracy. Him dying screwed me. Yeah, because they're like your best characters. They're so hard to build, and then when they die, you're so sad because you lost hours and pound hours of grinding of getting that unit that good. ABP done with the XCOM engine would be fun. You know what? Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Even if it was turn-based, because it doesn't technically have to be an RTS. Just a strategy game in general, I think, would be fun for AVP. That is a good point, though. That's a good option to think about as well. If it doesn't get to be an RTS, turn it into a turn-based. Because then the same difference, a little easier to work with, a little easier to program, that's for sure. You'd have to have a lot more special abilities for each type of Xeno or Predator or human or whatever. But it's doable. And you can still have the base building mechanic. Because look at XCOM's base building mechanic, right? That would work perfectly for all of them. It would be the same style of mechanic for each, just they use it differently. Like that building your base that XCOM does. The Marines would just literally be like the XCOM base. And the Predators would have a hunting ship. And of course, the alien hives. So, wasn't it Hicks and Bishop that survived with Ripley? Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I'm not calling Hudson Hicks and Hicks Hudson. It's been a while because I always forget the two, sometimes which is which name-wise. I know who they are by look. But I think it is Hicks. Yeah, I think Hicks is the one that saved Ripley. No, yeah, it's Hicks, because I can hear Ripley yelling at him when he's injured and she's rescuing his life and keeping him from dying. She's like, "You're not dying on me." It's like, Hicks, get out! Yeah, so that's definitely Hicks. I do prefer Hicks in the comics, though. Like I said, I'm really sad he died in the movies. Because in the comics and in the lore, the canon lore that is the books, he's a badass. He still gets hurt on Hadley's Hope, really bad. But he ends up coming back from this, getting certain surgeries in the Colonial Marines, and ends up becoming a literal Xeno hunter. He literally becomes one of the Colonial Marines' most badass Marines. They send him into places they know no other Marine will escape from. It's super awesome. It's a sin they kill off Hicks in the rule. And Newt. Yeah, Newt as well. Newt dying was kind of weird too, because she doesn't die either. She's going to end up growing up and joining the resistance on Earth against the alien hive that's on Earth. So I'm like, why? Why did the movies do this? It's the one thing I don't like about the movies. Other than that, the movies are pretty good. 4 was a bit weird. Like Resurrection. The clone part was accurate. Ripley does get cloned and is part Xeno. But how they handled that movie's storyline and the writing, dear God. She ends up a badass Marine in the comics. Yeah, 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 yeah. She does. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that's. She does. That's right. Because she's in the Resistance Marines, right? And that's what I thought it was. Damn. So sad. That could have been so awesome to see in the movies. That would have been so dope. Hell, would there was even concepts like I said for Ripley end up being like their like go-to like queen. And what I mean by this is she's able to actually control the Xenos after a certain point. Certain ones that don't have a hive. I think she actually gets her own hive too at some point. At least in the books. So strange, but so good. Like they did it so well, and you'd have to be careful how you handle it. But the movies would be so cool if that happened. Let's see. ARC Trooper armor with a blaster minigun and aimbot accuracy. He was a monster. That's awesome. And what have you done, Sealy? Nice. Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind that. See, what you just said, Tam King, I kind of would hope. I actually would prefer that because that's also not where Ripley died either. Ripley won't die and be infested until later. And that's why she gets cloned. But yeah, I do think that would be nice that maybe one day they do a new Alien movie. That they do a new Alien movie and that they ignore the events of Alien 3. Fury 13 or whatever that place is called. Because then they could bring Newt and Hicks back canonly and say that they never died. They did like they did in the comic books. They actually made it out. Because they wouldn't find out about Ripley's infestation until later. And I actually think she ends up sacrificing herself to save Hicks and Newt. I don't know. It's been so long since I read the comics and the books that I can't remember exactly what actually kills Ripley. She does still die eventually. Just don't remember what. Or how. But I would love to see that. A movie that ignores Alien 3 and brings back Hicks and Newt. Especially, well, Newt especially too, but just in the beginning, just seeing Hicks now knowing what Xenos are and how much of a savage he ends up becoming at hunting them. He basically is a marine predator. Not strength-wise, but just intelligence-wise when it comes to dealing with Xenos. Him and Ripley basically become the company's worst nightmare when it comes to exterminating Xeno colonies. What's up? Yes. It's Monster Hunter. I does that all the time. Because Monster Hunter. And that could be true too. Although the deleted scenes, from what everyone is, at least from movie perspective, not in the books, but they could use that as an excuse. But from the movie perspectives, technically that Ripley, that old Ripley you got to see in the deleted scenes, unless you're talking about a different deleted scene I've never seen, then I need to find this deleted scene because I want to see it because that sounds dope. But if you're talking about that old woman they showed, wasn't that her daughter though? Her daughter who out-aged her because she's been frozen into hypersleep for like years. And so, but if you're talking about a different one, I actually might want to look that up because I want to see that. Because they could use that as an alternate reality. Because that's where I think at this point they could do to fix it. Ignore the events of Alien 3, let them be their own canon in their own way, but have it be like what almost like What If Marvel, right? Like what Marvel does with What If is go down the path where Ripley, Hicks, and Newt survived. And they got off the planet and Ripley wouldn't find out about her chestbuster until later. Because the theory is because she was frozen for so long when they're on the Sulaco in the books, because I think they're even frozen for a couple of years in the actual books, that the freezing process slowed the incubation down so much that it actually took months for it to start reacting to her body when she realized there was one in her. But I don't know. No, didn't her daughter die of old age while she was drifting? Yeah, she did in Alien 1. She died of old age, but at the beginning of Alien 2, if you have the uncut version like I do, it shows her looking at a picture of her daughter who looks a lot like her, which is probably just Ripley aged up and digitally. Who looks a lot like her, which we now know is Amanda. But in the uncut version that I have, it shows her looking at old Amanda. She's sitting in this room, observing her in a picture with this environment around her, with like artificial like view of nature. You still get to see this room in the main movie that's cut, but it has Gorman, not Gorman, the company man, whatever his name was. Forget his. He died anyways. He's not important. But it has company man, what's his name, come in. But you see her put something down in that scene in the cut one. But in the uncut one, you see what she's doing before he walks in. She's reminiscing in the fact and trying to get over the fact that she outlived her daughter because of the cryogenesis. But you are correct, yeah. Once they unthawed her on the Earth space station, whatever that place is called, and company man comes to visit, that is what she's doing. That could be what that is, but it also could be something else that they're talking about. So, and if it is, I actually kind of hope that maybe it is, because that would be a good excuse to say, hey, maybe we should try the other way. Don't know. I'll need to watch it again. I have the collector's edition anthology on. Oh yeah, so you have the Blu-ray one. I have the one before it was Blu-ray, sadly, but I have the anthology as well. So you have the same thing. So they probably have it on that too. But you have to watch the complete uncut edition because it adds scenes in there that were never in the original movie. They never made it. There's some scenes even with Newt that got removed that are in that version where you see interactions between her and Ripley that you didn't get to see before, which I appreciate. Yo, what's up, bro? No, I was just welcome back. But yeah, you should watch it again. It's great. I'll always watch that series, even with it like the thing that happened at the end of, or the thing that them dying at the beginning of 3. So, and Ripley at the end of the 3. Huh? What's Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yeah, it's a horror game. I mean, why not? I mean, the game's so old at this point. I would do it just so you could experience the story. The Evil Within is actually pretty good. It's got a really good story. So, No, yeah, that game is freaky. I will say the scariest thing that they kind of trope to a little bit too much in that game is too many jump scares. And I'm like, you don't have to jump scare someone to scare them. Make the environment freaky enough, and it will scare them alone. See, that's good design. Yeah, and it does have that. That's one of the good things about its level design. But but I will say, unlike Resident Evil, it does jump to the jump scare tactic way too many times. Whereas Resident Evil likes to terrify you just by the pure fact you feel like you're in that kind of situation where you're like, what the frick do I do? I hate shower and gonna get rid of what he has now. He got dropped into a literal pool of blood. Everybody's blood is in that blood. So yeah. That's diseases waiting to happen. That is the worst thing to be dread. That be in real life. That's almost a death sentence in its own to have that happen to you. Have you played the first one? Yeah, well, gameplay wise, it's not really playable anymore. I heard it has a lot of problems now. That something in the code got broke and it just doesn't progress when certain things happen. So, so I would say look that up on YouTube. Because without the first one, there are going to be some things you're not going to truly understand what he's talking about. So, but if you go back and watch the first one, you'll get to see how deep that rabbit hole actually goes. Like I said, the story in that game, like you said, the premise and the story and how they execute it is actually really good. Like, it's really good. It makes you guess all the way until the end, and even then, much like a Kojima game kind of does, you're not even really sure you totally understand it. And that's the point. Let's see. That alien game with Amanda was amazing. The tension when the Xeno hunts you is, oh yeah. See, that's a good one. That is a good design of a horror game. Alien Isolation. That is my go-to for if you want an example of a horror game doing it right. It's not jump scares. It's not the alien coming around a corner all of a sudden like, boo. He can, but that's not the main mechanic. What terrifies you is you're in this room with it. You can't kill it. You're in a room with it. Your only option is to hide because running ain't gonna save you. um, and you're always on edge. And what the game does well is your progression is always near it. So it forces you to face it. Not literally and die by it, but forces you to go through the areas that it can catch you in. So you always have that thing in the back of your neck, like, I will always freak out playing that game, no matter how many times I've beat it. Because it nails that tension perfectly. Yeah, you do realize that's not a jump scare. Those vents, even Amanda can go into. That means it's a dynamic, which this has been discussed. It's not the most advanced anymore, but it was at the time when it was first created, one of the most dynamic AIs created. Because it's not jump scaring you. It's getting ahead of you. It's the same reason, like, on the hardest difficulty, there are some times in certain instances where the code in the alien will see you opening a door, like you're already on the keypad, right? But it won't, like, let's say it sees you from really far away. Sometimes on hard, because it knows you might get through the door just in time, what it'll do, because the areas are connected as an open world, it will go through the vent and be on the other side of the door when you open it. The AI is super good. It's what I think that's its biggest winning factor of what nails that tension and that fear of constantly being hunted by it and constantly having to take your time, and it can slightly hear your running footsteps or something falling or you bumping into an object, which are everywhere. Because the level designers like, I'll make this difficult. You won't just, if you rush, you will get noticed. Guaranteed, or your or your Xeno, or your royal jellyback. Let's see, when you hear that beep beep and the stomping sound of it moving around you, yeah, brown pants mode, exactly. Especially if you don't know where she's at. When you're using your motion tracker and she's just far enough away not to hear it, but you know her where she's general area is because you're seeing the dot, but you can hear her in the distance too, making those sounds, walking around. You can hear her footsteps. It's one of the best types of games like that as far as horror, in my opinion. I love that game. But yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah, I know. You gotta do that thing, but that's fine, bro. I'm probably gonna be wrapping it up here in a soon. It's getting kind of well, not late, but I want to have time to eat and just recuperate and just get everything together for whatever's gonna be going on this week, whatever that may be, and how when it starts. So, but I'll probably wrapping up here soon though. But yeah, you have a good one, man. Thank you for joining, Kevin, as always, bro. And I will keep you updated as much as I can, along with James and stuff. And I will. I will. Thank you for that. And I'll let you, like I said, and just personally, I'll keep you updated on anything that changes or whatever might be working or whatever I'm doing as best as I can. But you have a good one, bro. Thank you, as always, man. Later. But yeah, we'll probably wrap it up here soon, guys. It's getting to be that time. I'm pretty sure we've been going for at least an hour to two. Sealy, check the stream. How long has it been? The Rathian is not important. It's like, let the Rathian eat you. It's okay. Yeah, it's probably been about 2 hours, it feels like. Almost hour and 30. I don't want to go too long and have this be too long-winded of a stream as well. Unless we talk about something else. But I also gotta eat, like I said. Let's see, no. 33, so it's been an hour and a half. Well, I'm contemplating how James survives 7 Advent soldiers. Because where Tam King is the accurate one, James is the dodging one. His Zeech powers are so strong that bullets automatically dodge him. They go around him. Like, whoa, don't hit that guy. Let's go around. That is literally what that is. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk to you guys about. I mean, nothing that's not spoiler related. I was gonna say we could talk about Marvel. I saw a bunch of Marvel stuff recently. I caught up on finally. I finished. Yeah, I did it. I finished season 1 of Moon Knight. I watched Eternals. I saw Shang-Chi. Finally. It might have been. Well, no, Fing Sang Foom's a bad guy, right? No, it was the good dragon from his family. I'm pretty sure, and also the creatures that are like xenomorphs that eat souls in Marvel. And see, he was shot, but he survived. See, that tank kicked in. He's like tank mode. No, that is funny. Seven advents. Woo! Monster Hunter hitboxes. They have demonic versions of Hulk and stuff. Marvel. Oh no, yeah. Oh, Midnight Suns. Yeah, Devil. Well, there's Devil Hulk, and then there's the one in Midnight Suns. It's Demon Hulk. Devil Hulk is him going through actual hell. Demon Hulk is whatever that demon lady's name is. I forget her name. That follows Cthulhu, basically. Turns him into a demon. By the way, if y'all haven't seen that new trailer, check out the new Midnight Suns reveal trailer. Also, I did find out all those characters, Hulk is demon mode, Venom is demon mode, Scarlet Witch in demon mode, and I forgot who the other one was. You can actually get them as your units on your as your units. According to what I've learned, they're actually choosable, which means that you either have choices we're gonna make in this game that maybe the demons you fight may not necessarily always be them. That depending on who you choose or what choices you make as your allies, maybe it changes who she takes as her demon army. But I have seen and been able to confirm Venom is as a ally, Scarlet is an ally. She's on the cover. Hulk is an ally, and so is whatever the other one I forgot. Yeah, Venom looked. Demon Venom is the scariest thing I've ever seen. And more teeth, and also green eyes, like a certain someone his creator made. Demon Venom's just spawn. Oh, Strange, right? Yeah, and Strange from the new multiverse one that has to do with America Chavez, which it looked like she was a choosable character as well. Looks like Chavez is gonna be in there too. So, but yeah, Strange's pre-order thing, I saw that. Yep. So we're gonna get a lot of cool characters to have on our team that gives us different cards, because it's a card-based, turn-based strategy game. It's it's gonna be super awesome. I already know who my team is, just because of all the people that just got added. Well, no, it's gonna be Venom, Ghost Rider, because I don't remember how many are on a team. I think it's just 3 allies. If it's that, then it's going to be Venom, Ghost Rider, Blade. If there's one more, then it's going to be Venom, Ghost Rider, Blade, and Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Wolverine will be my top pick. Yeah, I'll probably have Wolverine for a while. I have a feeling he's going to be one that I bet you start with. I have a feeling Wolverine's going to be in the beginning of the game. And we'll get him pretty early. Probably same thing with Iron Man, I assume. So, we'll probably get them pretty early on. But yeah, Wolverine would be a good one too. If I had enough room, I'd put him in there too. Along with the ones I just said. And just go full anti-hero madness. And if Moon Knight gets put in that game, I might put him in there because I finished watching his series. He's amazing. I knew some about Moon Knight, but never knew fully about him. Which, by the way, recommended fully that anyone who likes Marvel, the Moon Knight TV series on Disney is awesome. And so, And it's like I wouldn't mind having him on a team as well as a more unique team setup. There's gonna be all kinds of setups I'll have on the side though. But that's a good game. Oh, there's a. I forgot to tell you, Celia. I don't know if you care about this though or not, but I'm gonna tell everyone else who's interested in this as well. If you like card-based games, there is also a Magic the Gathering style game coming out from Marvel called Marvel Snap. It is literally Magic the Gathering, but for Marvel. It plays a lot like it. There's combinations, specialties, perks, and stuff that each of the cards have, and there are a lot. There's multiple variants of every character that are from different universes or different cartoons or different movies that have different traits of that same character that act a bit differently. It looks amazing. As y'all know, I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan. I I don't know. I haven't seen the abilities yet. I just know that from what short trailer they showed of the gameplay, it's literally Magic the Gathering. Now, the one thing that's different though than Magic, the players are the turns are played at the same time between both players. Like you both go at the same time, which is kind of cool. So it kind of because you're not really attacking each other. Your champions are attacking each other and fighting for famous places and locations in Marvel for territory. Is what it basically is on the game board. Is that stretchy chick in Midnight Suns? You mean Kamala, Miss Marvel? I actually don't know. I think I heard she might be, but that might the Midnight Suns might be a little too intense for Kamala's character. She doesn't like at least young Kamala. If it's older Kamala, then yeah, most likely. I could see Miss Marvel joining. So, did you see the Black? Yes, I did. DC's finally making a good move. I shouldn't say that. Poor DC. Poor DC. I shouldn't say that. But literally, though, how is this the first legit, proper feeling DC movie? How? How, I ask. It looks pretty good, though. I'm interested. The Rock makes a good Black Adam. Like, very much so. The Rock be like... he's like, no, one of the other Avengers comes up to him, or not Avengers, sorry, Justice League, sorry, wire crossing, my bad. One of the newer, younger Justice League people approaches him in the trailer and says, heroes don't kill people, and he's like, I do. Then punches a dude out of orbit. I was like, that's about what DC's like. See, that's what I feel like they're missing. They're missing the fact that DC has so many dark people as heroes. He was claiming Superman's weakness was magic and he's gonna beat up Soups. I was like, no, actually, technically, that is true, Tam King. Superman's weakness is magic. So Black Adam can very much beat him. It's actually happened before in the comic books. That's why I'm like, kind of like they made that joke, actually. Because that's also the problem with DC right now as it is, too. The movies, unlike the comics, even though they have this issue somewhat, the more modern comics don't, is the movies are like Superman, 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 Superman. And I'm like, there's more to DC than Superman. And then even Batman is suffering because of it at this point. Like, it's got a decent one right now, but overall, it's like there hasn't been that many good Batman movies in a long time. The only ones with the one with Heath Ledger. Then there's the originals. Like back in Michael Keaton's era and stuff. Jesus. Never, not my Superman. He will snap that people's eyebrow off his smug face. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's proven in the comics. Superman can't beat magical beings. This is why he can't fight people like Zatanna and people who like actually have magic, because they're able to put seals over him and that his physical strength doesn't work on. So, but I do get your point though. That is funny. That is kind of the joke of DC. That's the meme. No one's better than Superman. That's the issue. That's the meme behind it. Peacemaker telling Aquaman to frick a fish that be dying. Yeah, that was great. I absolutely love that scene. Also, yeah, the Suicide Squad. The other good movie series of DC right now that exists. It's ironically a bunch of villains. Oh man, thing is, Superman is so fast that he wouldn't see him. That's not true. Black Adam is a god. Superman's not faster than a god. Like I said, magic travels faster than anything that's based in science. So technically, Black Adam could be faster. They can, but Black Adam can beat him because as soon... Well, hold on. Physically, they're dead even, strength-wise. But as soon as Black Adam starts using his god powers, that's when Superman can lose. But then that's when Superman can lose. But yeah, I love that scene with Peacemaker. That's Monster Hunter. It happens. Welcome to my RNG. That sounds like my RNG in Monster Hunter. I feel like even the lightest tap sometimes puts me unconscious. It makes me go, But yeah, they are technically equal as far as physical, though. But I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be fair, because I would love to see a movie version of that fight. Especially The Rock is Black Adam and our current Superman actor. Because the actor who plays current Superman is pretty good. It's just, it's not his fault the movies aren't doing well. Let's see. Anti-heroes are the best. They are. I agree. They are the best. That's why, in that case, I would prefer... In that case, that's why I like Black Adam more than Superman. Even though probably a lot of DC people will be like, no! And I'm like, yeah! I'm like, Superman sometimes kills people. Black Adam always kills his villains. Vigilantes are anti-heroes. Well, he's not a vigilante. That's just according to JJ. And see, but how could he hurt Superman unless he has kryptonite magic? Because Superman is... See, that's not... no offense, Tam King. You're kind of... No offense, Tam King. You're kind of behind on the times. Kryptonite is not the only way to kill Superman. As long as... Brainiac proved that. And Doomsday doesn't count because he is part kryptonite. But Doomsday's part kryptonite. He doesn't count. Yep, because he's kryptonite. That one doesn't count. Because Doomsday literally is a walking ball of kryptonite. But I think they overloaded him. I don't remember. I didn't watch the movie because that movie was... sorry. But anyways, but overall though, there's plenty of villains who've put Superman on near death who had no kryptonite. He's not as strong as people make him out to be. The comic books do the best job at this. Some of the cartoons as well show that he's not invincible. He's just really hard to kill. But but Black Adam is the same tier of character as Superman himself. So that is definitely someone who could kill him. Like, the punches may even hurt. Now, the punches are going to hurt Black Adam as well, because physically they're the same. Because Superman physically is literally a god. But, it's when the lightning and the magic start kicking in. What's up? Hmm? See, Thor technically, well, hold on. Thor is a double-edged sword. Because Thor may have magic, and because he's a god, he is magical. But one thing that Black Adam has that he doesn't, Thor can't fly that fast. Black Adam is as fast as Superman. Thor is super slow. That's where Tam King would be correct. It wouldn't matter if he had magic. Superman would be on his butt so quick that I don't think Thor could respond. Unless things are scaled down and Thor is actually faster than we think. But I'm not a Thor expert, so I couldn't say that. But as far as basing it on movie Superman beats movie Thor. What'd you say? It is. And like I said, he's probably faster than I give him credit for, but at the moment, because I'm not an expert on saying either, and I do know more about Superman than I do Thor, I do think Superman would win that. Just because before Thor gets the chance to even use Mjolnir or Stormbreaker, whichever he's using, yeah, he's gonna eat a punch to the freaking forehead and go flying. And then proceed to be chased through the air like Goku style and just boo, 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 boo. Oh, Dr. Fate! Yes! That's an OP character. I forgot about him. That's literally Zeech in that terms, isn't it? Actually, now that I think about it, that's literally that universe's version of him. Because it's literally in the name. Dr. Fate. Good luck. Oh, you're headed out too, Seeley? No! No, I'm just kidding. No, Seeley, no! No, it's fine. I am. I am. Yeah, well, no, I'll still be able to get on PSN. You and I and James will, and Tam King and everyone on PSN, and for the moment, everyone on Discord as well. I'll still be able to communicate with you guys. It's gonna get less and less as things change, and once it won't. Nothing will be truly different until the hammer lays down. Whenever that happens, which the process should start this week. But yeah, you will tomorrow. I'll definitely be on here tomorrow. But you have a good one, Seeley. Thanks for joining, bro, and thank you as always. Huh? A Rathian Xeno. Alright, hold on. Let me combine that with with this other amalgamation I already have. Alright, you have a good one, Seeley. Yeah, Dr. Fate. I forgot about him. But yeah, it would be a good thing. But either way, I can't wait for the Black Adam movie. That's going to be good. I can't wait for all these movies coming out. There's a lot of good stuff about to be released. I'm excited. A lot of good games, finally. A lot of good movies. The movies have been doing pretty good in general, but games up and down. But a lot of good stuff. I am so excited. I'm excited to hopefully maybe if we get lucky, still able to do that special episode I want to do this week of our certain bug game. And so hopefully, is Doctor Fate? Wait, if Doctor Fate was in Marvel, oh boy, yeah, Doctor Fate in Marvel would be weird because Doctor Strange is kind of like him, but a lesser version to a certain extent. So in a way, wouldn't Doctor Fate just be a super OP Doctor Strange? So. Kind of same thing, I guess. They're very different, but at the same time, the same thing. That's how it is sometimes with heroes. They're from two different companies, but similar genres. Like, there are so many heroes who resemble each other on both sides. But yeah, I do think we probably should start wrapping it up here for our final little vlog at the moment. This will probably be our last vlog unless I get time to do one more, but the day of or the day before everything's gonna change. So I'll try to do my best on that aspect to try to get one out so I can keep y'all updated that way as well. But I do think it's time to finally wrap it up. As much as I don't want to end this stream just because almost feels a bit too final to a certain extent, just because of everything I'm gonna have to do. So nobody is telling him what to do. Hopefully the Black Adam movie is rated R. I want to see them go full on mature. I do agree. I do agree. And yeah, they wouldn't be able to tell him at all what to do, Farseer. But I agree with you, Tam King. That's also something I think DC is missing that Marvel is now doing or starting to do. They're working their way that way. Um but my brain. That they're starting to try to do and become more aggressive, and I think that's because we're getting Blade soon. Moon Knight was a bit aggressive. Still kept it pretty under wraps, but it was um and then there's what happened in I'm not going to spoil too much about what happened in a certain new Doctor Strange movie towards the end to a certain council. Um like I feel like DC needs to embrace that fully though. Like embrace the R-rated genre of darkness when it comes to dark type stories. Because that is literally what DC is. Compared to Marvel, who has kind of 50-50, where it's like half of them are anti hero types and half are straight up heroes, and then everything in between. It's more even. Where DC, even the heroes barely feel like heroes at times. I mean, use a perfect example Batman himself. As good of a good guy he is, he has problems. Like, lots of problems. And a lot of them are like that. Even Superman himself has problems. It's like, so I feel like they need to embrace the fact that in DC land, things are far more brutal and dark. And I think the movies would instantly be a success if that were the case. At least in that aspect. Thing is, most who are interested in these movies are adults that grew up on these comics. Makes sense that they would have more. And that's true too, and that's why I said, I don't know. I think that's what Marvel is realizing. And that's why they're starting to change it a bit. Where you're starting to see way more gruesome things starting to happen to heroes. Just like in the comic books. Because, like me, like you said, and like me and you, we grew up on those. We all did, from the 90s and up. So to us, it's more fun to see it as an actual thing, not this kind of dumbed down, it's for the children. It's like, just teach your child to know that it's fake. Not real. It's a movie. But other than that, yeah, I appreciate like that's starting to happen more and more with some of these like comic book movies. I hope DC does do that though and embrace wholeheartedly the darker side of what it is. I think they'll see it'll do a lot better. And also hopefully don't suffer the disadvantage of YouTube has kind of become an issue with this. Because too many people were like, oh, I don't like this, there's too this or too that. And I'm like, it's a movie. Get over it. Like, too much judgment on movies. I'm harsh, but not that harsh. I'm only harsh on the things that would matter for movie development, like showing clearly the movie was cheap or something like that. Like, those kind of harsh. But as far as like story or this or that, I'm not gonna complain because I'm oh, I better not see this movie because blah 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 blah. It's a movie. It isn't real. So that's what I think also DC has a problem with a bit. They're scared to embrace the R rating, I think, because they're afraid it might oust too many people. I don't know. Who knows? But I agree with that because they have more mature audiences, they should embrace the mature attitude of designing a movie like that. And maybe they'll do it gradually. Maybe Black Adam will be the introduction to being a bit more brutal. Maybe not necessarily like true brutal as far as DC, but at least something that kind of seems more closer to it. Like the new Batman movie tried to do, which I think it did do really well. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I don't. Even, I think it's already out. Yeah, it is. The one's just called The Batman, where the world is a lot more darker and it feels more like Bruce actually has issues on top of being Batman. And his villains look a lot better because his villains are pretty dark and look pretty messed up half the time. So I'm not going to spoil who it is, but the main villain of that and what they made him look like in the new one looks real. It actually makes sense, and I appreciate that too. Like I said, I hope they do something like that. But check chat. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let chat roll over for a few more minutes. We'll talk. I'll answer any more questions. Oh yeah, no, let's come to that part of the stream real quick. Q&A. Do any of you have any questions or details you want to know, or questions about something you may not understand about what's going on with the channel? Feel free to start asking right now. Like if you have anything you want to know, or like certain timelines, or anything, doesn't matter to me. That way you can understand make sure everyone knows that this isn't permanent for one, but this has to happen. So, any questions for me? Hell, you can just ask me a Marvel question if you want, or a Star Trek question for anyone who don't already know, like me and Tam King. But or anything. I won't do spoilers though. Like if it's a question that's going to lead to a spoiler for something, I can't do that. I'll give y'all a minute or two real quick. I'm trying to think, what else can I say while you are typing? I guess the other thing I want to say before I forget, because I don't iterate this, I know, or no, I know I iterate this too much to a certain extent sometimes, but I do want to say before all this begins, and things kind of go out of whack for a while, like seriously, thank you to all of you, seriously. I know it's me at the end of the day that makes the change, but y'all really have helped me. YouTube has definitely given me a confidence that I definitely lacked. So, thank y'all so much, though. Let's see. GGR Not, thanks for all the amazing streams. And I wish you all the best in your new adventure. You will get there, buddy. Thank you, Tam King. Seriously. Thank you. I'm not as emotional as I was yesterday. I am having a little bit of, if you can tell by my eyes, I am a little sad right now, to be fair, because I enjoy doing this. And I always will, and I will be back to it. But thank you for that, Tam King. Let's see. Farseer Ardnot, how to beat the boar against the Laura Star Trek mod. Rush. I've played them in that mod. I've actually played that mod. So tip for that answer, for that question, rush them. Don't let them get any established real bases going. If you're Starfleet, get as many of your early level combat vessels up and running and get them over there. Because if you don't keep them contained, just like real Borg, they're just going to take over the map. It happens every time. That's why I turn them off sometimes when I want to simulate like Dominion and Klingon War or a Romulan War, I usually turn them off so they don't get in the way of the role playing. Because when you have them on, you have to focus them when you play that mod. They have to be your first priority if they're in a map with you. So they steamroll. They do. That's why you cannot. I mean, from the get go of the game too. If you do not keep them from getting anything else other than what they start with, or at least a couple of places at best, they will eventually overwhelm you. And they will eventually send multiple cubes, just like the real one. And you'll be like, frick. But that's the best tip I can give you. It's been a while since I know how to beat them when I'm losing. I used to be pretty good at that mod. It was my favorite Stellaris mod to play. Second was Halo. I played the Halo mod too for Stellaris. I also played the mod for both those same mods, but different versions for Empires of the Sins of a Solar Empire game. The rival to Stellaris. I don't know if anybody really remembers that game, but I've played both versions, Sins of a Solar Empire version and the Stellaris version. Yeah, 40 cubes that's small. If they get going too much, you'll see 100. Like, numbers of cubes that shouldn't exist coming at your planet. But yeah, that's the best way to do that, though. But, alright, guys. I hope y'all have enjoyed. I really do. All the streams. Thank y'all so much. Big shout outs. And thank you again for what you said, Tam King, and everyone. Oh, he said, you want to chat or game anytime, just hit me up, man. Thank you, Tam King. I will. Like I said, I'll be on PSN longer than anything else before I have to make the full change where everything will temporarily be shut down and then rebooted. So yeah, I will hit you up, bro. Like and like I said, always, because the Guardian Core community is not going anywhere, even if I disappear for a bit. The PSN community that I have for us, if you ever want to just join up and chat, or you see a game that we're playing and you want to join in, just jump in and say hello and just let me know. We'll all play together. So thank you though for that, bro. Let's see. I heard from Darius he fought 1,000. Yeah? That makes sense. If your computer can handle it, they probably would. Mine almost crashed doing some of the fights. Let me know if you need a PC, buddy. Oh, thank you, Farseer. I might. I know James is going to be joining us soon. And that'll be the advantage of when I am able to get on here regularly on PC again, and everything goes at least semi-normal in the beginning. Me, you, and James, and Darius, and we'll play a bunch of PC games. Play Warhammer, whatever. We'll play all kinds of things. But thank you for that too, Farseer. I'll remember that. I'll hit you up if I need someone to play some PC with me. Thank you so much, seriously. And like I said, I can't say it enough. Thank you all for everything and your support and just being here for the streams. Thank you. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this vlog, our cool little discussions, and hanging out with the boys today. I hope y'all have enjoyed. And I will see you all hopefully this week. And if not, I'll see y'all as soon as I can. I promise you. And thank you guys. I wish you all the best. And I will see you soon. Peace and love, everybody. Bye, everyone. Have a good one. Oop, wrong button.